off camera. I extended a little bit more down to here and kind of perfected a little bit how this might work. I'm debating on having a railing on the outside. I haven't decided, but put the railing on the inside. And I put in some more paths. And then the other part of what we're doing right now, if you notice, I have a bunch of blue glass. Let's check to see. We have some more glass in here. We're gonna make some more blue glass before we do what we're doing. Right. So now let's get into the outside world. So this here is gonna be water. And then this, if you notice, I have blue glass on the outside of this. So I'm gonna enclose this part here lined up with this, with blue glass. And then I'm going to remove the water that's between here and everything else inside. And then at the edge of this glass on the inside, I'm going to slice all the way down. So it's going to slice into the bottom area. My voice is always at odds with you. So I'll continue putting these in now. It's pretty exciting work. But at least we're swimming. We're in the water, so I have the possibility of drowning. Oh no, that's not the right spot. Right there. So we're putting in this ring going all the way around. I have to adjust that. I might chop out this mountain here. I haven't decided. But for now, this is going to come in like this. Oop, oop. All the way down, following the same pattern as the glass on the outside. And then all of this water from here over to there is going to go away. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of sanding later on with that. And it's going to be great. So put these guys in. And then that way we'll have a better idea of like how everything else is going to look. And then we can start building the thing as it goes down. Because right now, let me just swim up, I guess, get some air. Right now, we have like part of it going down to about there. Like that slope goes down to the bottom platform, but there's a bunch more below that I need to decide how it's going to work. But first, if I cleared out all of this, I would have a better idea of the sort of the shape of what it's going to look like down there. So I'll have an idea of where the platforms can be, things like that. So it's better than yours. Jealous. It is different than yours. Your voice is your voice. It's fine. I guess I could have done water breathing potions, and that might have made it a little bit easier because, like, you can't put torches on this, right? Yeah, you can't put torches on this. This project amuses us because it's just keeps creeping. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, it does. Well, sort of, yes. I mean, this isn't out of scope necessarily for, because I mean, this was sort of my idea of once I put in this water ring, then something was going to have to happen underneath it. So this is sort of the idea I was having anyway. But yes, welcome JJ Bunzig, by the way. And let's find a place where I can put a torch. I think I can swim faster vertically or horizontally, and so it's actually better to, instead of swimming up to the top of the water, swim horizontally over to something where I can put a torch on it. Works a little faster. So if you're wondering why I went all the way over there instead of going up, it's actually faster. Boop. So JJ Bunzig, are you back home? Yeah, the developer. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, usually, for what it's worth, in my experience, it's usually the project managers that do the scope creep. For me, I'm always like, I want a scope doc that defines exactly what the project has, and if you deviate from that, be aware that you are deviating from that. You're adding onto the scope. It's rarely that I am the one, like, you know, doing scope creep. Welcome back. Welcome home. Yeah. Yes, it's usually not my fault. Welcome, Sky. So yeah, I'll have to figure out that mountain. If I'm going to keep that there as sort of the natural terrain, or if I'm going to take it out and then try to fake the ocean bottom as if it wasn't there. Because it kind of stands out, but maybe that's okay. But yeah, in my one of my previous jobs, it was the project managers. Well, it was the project managers / clients that were sort of the ones that would initiate scope creep, and it was usually the programmers who would stand firm and say, like, you know, be aware that this is changing the scope of the project, and so like it'll end up costing more time to the client as a result, or to the company if it's, you know, if they agreed that whatever. But oh, I'm drowning. Oh no, I'm drowning. Yes, so if you haven't, I don't know if you're following, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you should. But on Twitter, I mentioned that my next board gaming time is going to be for my birthday in October, and it's going to be including a game of Axis and Allies. I'm really excited. I ordered it online. I had to figure out, there's a bunch of different versions of it, so I had to figure out which one I wanted. So I got the 1942 second edition, which seemed to have higher reviews, and so it might be possibly like a 6-hour game of essentially of Risk. So that should be fun. So I'm excited for that. And I was explaining it to my wife, so they all agreed. Like, so she was saying I usually go to Red Lobster for my birthday. She was saying I could do this or Red Lobster, which is also like a 6-hour event where I eat like a lot of crab. And so I decided that I would rather play Axis and Allies than go to Red Lobster. So I'm excited about that. Oop, I'm drowning. But I was explaining, like, in that one, it's one team is Japan and Germany, like Germany and, you know, related countries, I guess. And then another team is US, UK, and Russia, I believe, or USSR. And I was explaining how it's like 3-on-2, and she thought that was weird. But it's like, it's not like even starting spots for everything. So Red Lobster is a 6 hours event. Yeah, no, yeah, it's not really. I've had some pretty long seafood events myself. Back where I grew up, there was this one fancy restaurant that had an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet, and I'd be there until the people I was with were embarrassed and they said that we had to leave. So I've had my share of long seafood events. It doesn't actually take. I mean, I get at Red Lobster, I get there's like you choose 3 on your Twitter. All I see is food, right? When I make my own food, or when I take pictures of my wife's food that she made, it's good. But in terms of, so at Red Lobster, there's a choose 2 and a choose 3, and so what I do is I do like a choose 4, so because you can add on additional stuff. So I usually get shrimp scallops, and then half a pound of snow crab, half a pound of snow crab, and then I add an additional half pound of snow crab. So I get like a lot of snow crab. It's good times. So I do like a you choose 4, and then I get dessert. But anyway, usually that once a year. But if she's serious about that, then that means I'm not doing it this year. But I'd much rather play Axis and Allies than go to Red Lobster. So unless you want to sponsor me, Red Lobster, then I will go. I will go because I have to. Okay, so let's see what this thing looks like. Yeah, I don't really like it. I'm gonna take it out, I think. Let's see. Do I have the water? Oh, okay. It looks like so for now I'll just skip around it, and then I'll try and connect up to that. We'll see. My dog's about to freak out. Dog warning. Earphones. I warned you. The deck guys are back. How loud is it? Is he gonna be quiet? Probably not. I'm gonna close my door. No, I'm not even drowning. Look at that. Some on YouTube. Tip jar. This guy. See some seafood. Yeah. Yeah, I have. It's not that. You know, it's not like a cost difference. It's just like, sir, my wife doesn't like seafood, is what it is, and so she's not sure if she'll like Axis and Allies. So it's kind of like I have to pick which one thing she's gonna do that she doesn't like, kind of thing. Would you like 2 or 4? Yeah. Hello, Undying Party. Welcome. Alright, let's get over to where I have my glass. Let's make some more. Blue glass. It's like blue glass music. It's like a buka joke. Alright, let's grab this. Make some blue glass. Boop. And we can make some more lapis. Some more blue glass. Oh, never mind. We're out of... Okay, good. We're good. Boop. Alright, let's go back to that area. Fill in the rest of the glass. And then we can start sanding it, maybe? I don't know. It's going to take a long time. So if you feel like... I know you like to enjoy digging out stuff in here, JJ Bonzig. But if you... I don't know if you enjoy sanding. But everything from that wall to that can be sanded / sponged if you desire. Also, John, if you're watching this VOD or whatever and you want to do it, you're very pro at the sanding / or at least the sponging. But boop. Let's get this up here. Boop 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 boop. You also enjoy sanding. All right, good. Yeah, so this one's a little tricky because to get into it now, you'll have to be creative. Because I'm not going to enclose the whole thing. But. Yeah. So yeah. So this whole thing's gonna be filled in here. So this will be. Also, if you want to know where to cut, if you wanted to dig instead. So once all the water's out of here. Let me breathe. What can I breathe on? This thing. Okay, now we can breathe. Once all the water's out of here, then this is going to be sliced straight down on the inside of this. So this gravel will stay here or whatever, but then like this will be dug all the way down to the opening down below, and then that can go all the way down to bedrock. And then I still haven't decided like if it'll step back further from there. So I guess maybe it'll be better not to dig it out now I think about it, because if I am going to step it back, it might be easier if there's some surface there. So maybe just removing the water is actually a better idea. But maybe we'll have enough to enclose it. Maybe. This is odd thing to picture. Me just waving at the sky. Ah, I see. I have Puka working on the Puka. In fact, I have the Puka working on a really cool raid video that will be super cool when it's all done. He is very talented. If you're looking for video work, working on your airship on Gophercraft. Cool. I'm working on my weird, overly complicated iron farm. Okay, and next. I guess I can move. Yeah, I guess this is probably still the most efficient way of doing it, because I can move horizontally pretty fast with Depth Strider. So I could, in theory, not go up and down with it, like just build the whole layer and then build it in like horizontal chunks, but I don't know. I'm undecided if that would really work out very well. I guess the best thing I could have done is depth strider. But so here's one spot where, so like you can access from here, you can access into here. There will be an issue with water pouring in from here, so I'll have to figure that out, I guess. I'm gonna have to put a block here to stop the flow from water going that direction. But I still need to work on my airport. What? Did I want to go for craft? I'm assuming. That's my guess. So I watched Game of Thrones. No spoilers, but that's pretty cool. I had some trouble resubscribing to HBO Now. Now. HBO Now. Because I had already unsubscribed from it, and it didn't know how to handle that, I guess. But I deleted the app, reinstalled the app, and I was able to resubscribe. So it all worked out. Hello, Aaron. It's not a joke. I'm working on... Cool. Hopefully we have enough. We'll see. Otherwise, I guess probably right now as we're doing this, more glass is probably cooking. So. Okay, good. One last chunk. Ooh, I doubt we're gonna have enough. We might have to go grab some more. But then, well, in between that, we can work on, I guess, clearing out that mountain on the side. Right, we're almost out. Oh, we might have enough. Hard to say. I run out of air fast. Seems like it should last longer. I don't know. Morning. Aaron Faith, are you in past time, I guess? I was gonna say future time, but that's UK. Oh no! Oh, I don't. I lied. Let's go, let's try and get out, I guess. Oh, I see. I got you. We'll work on some animation, some more animation. Cool. Alright, let's work our way back to the thing and see if more glass is cooked up. And then we can start clearing out that side of the mountain. Alright, a tiny bit more. That might actually be enough to finish this particular part. Maybe. Possibly. Where was it? Yes, right here. Oh, okay. So I could have just gone up there. I'm in the mountain. I see. Yes. Is it morning for you? I guess, yeah, probably, yeah. Okay, there we go. So now we have the inside of the enclosure here. And so this will be, all this sand will be removed. And then after that, then we can start clearing away these layers. And depending on how it's set up, I might move it out another layer back. Or this might just be where it goes all the way down to bedrock. But part of me, right there's the whatever it's called, the iron farms. And so I was tempted to make the iron farms just be like a glass enclosure. So I might like have it so it's like, it's a circle, and then it goes down, and then it's a circle, and so I might step it out some more, and then have another circle further out. Not sure, but maybe. So for now, let's remove this mountain. I'll have to, oh, my shovel is probably fortune, huh? What to do about that? Because I want to keep this gravel. I guess there's not a lot of gravel, so maybe it'll be fine. So let's clear out this layer of mountain. Not too much, though. We don't want to remove any bricks, because we need those for this whole thing to function. So let's be very careful about removing everything. Okay, we can remove these. Yes, this should be fine. So just be careful not to remove any stone bricks. What is that? Glass? Okay, we're fine there. Yeah, okay, we're doing okay. I have a beacon going, so I have to be kind of careful about... some clay. Interesting. Okay. We have to be careful not to break everything. So this is all gonna go. Oh, looks like it filled itself in. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Alright, so remove these. I want to remove these very carefully. And that very carefully. And that guy. Everything on this layer down we're okay with. Removing. And then I'll probably, I guess, bring this down pretty far. And then just put a layer of gravel on top to make it look like it's... Maybe kind of sculpt it so that it's in the same sort of pattern that these things usually are. I think that might be good. Oh, looks like we don't have a lot of inventory space. What we could do... no, I guess we want to put it on the inside of all that. Yeah, let's think about this. Let's get some air. Trying to think of where I can dump blocks, but I guess I really don't need some of this stuff, so sand is important. Gravel I'm not really going to have very much of. Alright, maybe that's all I care about is sand. In this case. For underwater adventure. Okay, good. Make sure don't break away too much. So we have to kind of be careful and sculpt around these parts. I could also, if I have a less efficient tool... nope, these are both very efficient. Okay. Very carefully. That's fine. Okay, good. This can all go as well. All of this can go away. Eventually this will fill itself in, I think. Once we clear off the rest of the little hill thing. Part of me feels I wish I had one of my other shovels repaired, because then I could not fortune those. That would probably be better. I want to make sure that these things don't infinite spring. So I'm going to put in some of these just to be safe. So we're going to have some cobblestone pillars here that might help stop infinite springs from forming all the way over there. I don't know if they will, given that this is not filled in. But that would be a shame if this whole thing filled in. Alright, so we can get rid of this. And I guess maybe the clay or the gravel for now I'll leave, just sort of falling down, if it's not really in the way. And then that way there's less of a chance of me turning it into flint with my fortune shovel. We're close to being... There we go. Now we're almost... Now we're at the edge, so we don't have to worry quite as much. I guess I will go from the top down, maybe. Because then I want it to be swimming while I'm doing it. Lots of sand on this thing. And we can get more sand if we go like that. So what day is today? Tuesday? Trying to think of my week. The deck is going well. They almost have all the deck parts of it done. They still have to put in the railings and the lights, so they actually have to undo some of the work for like the bottom of the lattice in the bottom, so they can get underneath to run the electrical. But that hopefully isn't too tough. We can have the deck up and running, and then they can start working on the patio soon. Should be sweet. I'm looking forward. I have lots of firewood that I want to burn, so I'm looking forward to it. So let's be careful not to hit the this glass when the current takes me over there. Oh no, I forgot about drowning. Be careful, very careful what we're mining in that direction. Over here we can be a little less careful. Okay. And how's our inventory? Okay, so we're actually full on, so let's get rid of some more stuff we don't actually care about in favor of sand. Because the sand we need for sanding, but then also for turning into glass. All this blue glass is... I had to do a lot of trading to the villagers, but then you also need lots of sand, and I have to go run and grab more sand and stuff, so it's easier if we just can keep some that's already around the area. Oh, come back. And for those for those that play Hearthstone, there's a new update coming out, a new expansion. There always is, but there's another one coming out that I'm excited to play some new stuff. Usually each expansion comes in with like a new gimmick. This last one I think was adapting. So when the skill, when something adapts in there, you can choose between 3 different random, like, I think this is a ghost block here. 3 different random types of abilities. So you can choose, like, it could be Wind Fury or whatever. So it's kind of a fun little gimmick. All right, so let's we are low on space. Let's go up top, and we can throw some stuff in that furnace over there, and then come back over here and grab the rest. So we can just go like this. Actually, that might not distribute evenly. Let's do it this way. That's not gonna work either. So we'll just do based on how much is inside of each of these. How's that? Okay, good. More sand being made, or more glass being made, actually. And we have, I mean, there's a bunch of sand there that's partly holding up this section in the middle that I can take later on, but... Okay, let's remove this mountain. Is that? Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I guess some of these times it's not actually ghost block, it's just the water doesn't fill in because there's a block on top. it seems. Interesting. All right. This way. I think it might be easier, yeah, if I clear out like this section, then mine above it. Maybe. We'll see. We'll perfect the fastest way to do this. Yeah. Infuriating. Yes, I agree. I want to make sure that I was agreeing with you. Yes, infuriating is a good... It's very weird. That and like... Yeah. Just trying to figure out like why it's doing what it's doing sometimes. It's kind of weird. Okay. So we have a lot of other stuff. Let's prioritize sand over everything else. So we can just get a bunch of sand. Okay, we're good there. All right, good. Take all this out. So I've been trying to find time to work on all these other projects I have. It's hard. Like not in Minecraft. In my streams gives me times to work on that stuff, but like my own programming business, I have all these other projects that I'm trying to work on. So like there's even like for instance my mom's website. She has just a small informational website, but like I didn't get around to making like the 3 changes she wanted before pushing a bunch of stuff live, and so then like I lost track of it and all this stuff. So I need to come up with a better way of keeping track of all the different projects I'm working on, and a way to like prioritize and like schedule it or whatever. So like I actually find time to do all the different things I'm doing. Oh, these are all these are all synths. Okay, I was like, why aren't these picking up? So I may have to like build into my schedule like in the morning before like regular work, like working on other stuff or even like on weekends or whatever. Like schedule it in and just say, okay, this is a time when I'm doing this particular thing or whatever. I was gonna have something there to stop the water, but there we go. And then I want to keep this in actually, because this is the edge of the inside wall. So this is going to be all air eventually, but it's not right now. And these blocks here can go away. These are just to stop the water from pouring down, because it broke into the area a little bit. Okay, let's continue taking this down further, I think. Yeah, I mean, there's different piles over here and there, and this sort of bridges up. So maybe I could sculpt it something similar to this. Let me think about this. So it kind of comes through on a ridge. I'm tempted to have it kind of die off here. I don't know. Or I can just bring it down like 2 more layers and then sculpt gravel on top of it in the same sort of manner as this, because it's kind of about the same height as a lot of the different gravel pillars in the water. So I think we do that. Let's remove the top 2 layers here, and then we'll drop off some stuff, grab some gravel. In fact, let's keep this gravel around that we're about to destroy and turn into flint. And then we can sculpt that. Here's a ghost block. Hello, ghost block. 1 sail is done. Awesome. Alright, let's get... So what kind of an airship is it? Is it like a blimp? Or is it... well, I guess if you have sails, then it's probably not a blimp. Oh, you could have blimps and sails still, I guess. we're gonna move this layer, and then I'll come back in and kind of sculpt it a little bit with some gravel. So we'll sculpt it, ignoring the fact that I'm about to slice part of it off, so that it looks right before I slice it. So you can do all this. In fact, I don't really want to move a lot of this because this is going to need to be sanded. You're just sailing through that build. Oh, the puka. Yeah. So we'll do it up to here. But I want to, again, I don't want to cut out too much because I'm about to rebuild, or I don't want to build up this section here too much. Dig it out and then have to build it up because I'm about to slice it. So I'll go sort of the edge of where the water is. We can take out this stuff here. Up to the glass. And kind of where the gravel is. I guess we can go a little bit lower. Looks like. Yeah, so it can come this direction, kind of go up a little bit more from here, and then we might, we'll see what happens after that. But we might have this sort of height here, possibly. Sail with a hot air from steam. Okay, cool. From steamers. Steamer. Cool. Alright, let's do this. Still debating on exactly how high to have this whole thing. Here is about right, and then we'll sort of sculpt this so it's not all like just like flat. Like I might have this slope up a little bit more as we go. Just a little bit too high. There we go. Okay, so now let's drop off some stuff and grab some gravel. I'll have to find the gravel. It's conveniently stored somewhere in my chest stuff. So I'll drop off the sand to be cooked up into glass. Though I don't know how much more glass I need. So maybe I'll just, for now, I'll store it in here. And then let's make some more lapis blocks, save an inventory space. And, okay. So we want gravel. So which side is which? This is, I think the gravel is going to be over here. So we have the ice, smooth stone, stone. Okay, so it's not here. So one of these is definitely going to be. There's definitely going to be gravel in a chest. Arrows. Okay, that's exciting. We'll get there. There's only like a couple chests to look through. My plan is to eventually, on the paths leading into these areas, add some labels so that you know like what's what, so you can find things. How's that no sign policy working out for you? It's so convenient. This is the most convenient plan I've ever had. Yeah, so my thought is like on the platforms, either have signs like when you're not inside the water, or possibly maybe blocks somewhere to like help indicate it where it won't displace the water. Because I don't want to do that. Alright, this is a good spot to get some breath. Alright, and go. It's in a very obvious spot, I'm sure. Or I haven't sorted it all and it's actually in MISC. Oops, what did I just do? Made a button. Oh, I found slime balls. If you're ever looking for them, they're right there. Oh, I can't wait for the gravel. I don't remember my system. Oh, I found zombie flesh, everybody. It's all sorted, nice. And even and stuff. We're almost there. Very soon. Very soon we'll see gravel. Gravel and sand, I think, have a home. Probably. I found poppies. In case you're looking for them, they're right there. I should probably get some air, I guess. Okay, I found miscellaneous. So, as it turns out, gravel and sand do not have a home in my build. Okay, great. So they're in miscellaneous. So let's grab the gravel. What did I just grab? I grabbed the wrong stuff. I want gravel. Grab the wrong stuff again. Gravel. It would be very embarrassing to drown while looking for gravel that may or may not be there. Yes, that's true. Alright, so I have some gravel. Not a lot, but that should be enough, I think. And it's possible we have some. Yeah, we have some back here. Okay, good. So, note to self, gravel, I'll forget, but no, gravel does not have a home. Gravel and sand don't have their own sorting spots. Okay. Dive, dive, dive. I think there might actually be one, but I feel like I would enjoy like an MMO that was about good sandstone. This will help me fill in some of the higher up spots. So I feel like starting from like here, this might be a little raised up from here. But like some, I don't know, an MMO like sea game. I don't know how that would really work out, but it'd be an interesting concept. I always like submarines and stuff like that. Yeah, actually, you're right. Let's go up a little bit more here. I'm about to run out of blocks, but that was mainly just to help fill in. Like I like the concept of like sort of quietly going around in the water and like trying to listen for stuff. I kind of like, that's how I play my UHCs actually. I'm sort of I'm a submarine underneath the ground. That's a little different, but boop. Right. Then we'll take a look at it from afar once I get some of this in there to kind of see how it looks. So this part we will keep mostly flat, I think. Let's look over here. So I need to factor in everything that's at or maybe slightly past the glass line there. So this thing we'll keep kind of flat, I think, because we're going to cut out most of this. What color submarine? No, not AL submarine. Probably metal color, silver or whatever. Okay, so we're actually cutting out all of this, so I'm not really going to worry about that. We'll just cut out a little bit of that just so I can see what's going on. We'll keep this section here on the same level. Like this. And then here it raises up a little bit. We'll keep that in, the raise there. Alright, and I believe this is underneath the spot I'll be cutting up, so I'm not going to worry about building anything else there. Build this stuff in. then what to do here? I'll take these two out, I think. Get up. Okay, there we go. Oh, how easy it is to see right now. Yes, a basket submarine. Yeah, I actually, so regarding the my pictures of grilling and stuff. So I guess yesterday I was kind of in a rush because usually I don't grill like on weekdays. So I was in a rush and I haven't really cooked cauliflower on the grill before. So I sort of undercooked it. And it was, or like really undercooked it. Like I had grill, like grill marks or whatever. And like had some grill flavoring, but it was mainly just like raw cauliflower. So that didn't turn out too well. Alright, so there's a little bump there on the end there. Looks kind of cool. Let's also put in a similar kind of thing over here. We'll put it in this kind of shape. Fill it in there. A little bit more on top. And right there. This one can have a couple buddies. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm all out of gravel. Looks great. I love it the way it is. Okay, so now let's put in whatever glass we have. We don't have a lot, but and then we can work from there. So this is just to fill in, finish off the circle. I'm drowning. Oh no, I was hoping to get air on that stuff. Not gonna happen. Okay, over here. Boop. Oh no. Here. Since I'm so low on glass, we'll use Silk Touch. Boop. And over here. We might have enough, maybe. Hello, real Neff YouTube. Welcome to the stream. We're working on. Oh, I'm out of glass. Oh no, I'm out of blue glass. All right, let's go get some more. Working on a. This is an iron farm. Functionally, it's an iron farm. And a mob farm, so you get mob drops from those. But the rest of this is just sort of a crazy styling thing. So we're working on putting in a glass, not this one, there's another one behind that, a glass perimeter that will be for where the water ends. And so we're working on putting all that in case you're wondering what on earth we're doing. All right, let's get back over there. Oh, let's go here. There we go. Sprint. Eat. So this is all the storage for the farm. If you were here earlier, you would have seen how convenient, how amazingly convenient all its storage is in the water. Have enough torches. Yeah, there's a couple torches there. You haven't been using Silk Touch. I haven't been breaking a lot of them. I was using Silk Touch earlier when I screwed up. But my Silk Touch is in need of repair. So I have not repaired my Silk Touch yet in a little bit. Even though it's super convenient at the, I haven't gotten there yet, but we have an end farm that's pretty handy. But I didn't want to lose my Silk Touch pick because I used it too far. Thank you for the follow, Real Neff YouTube. Got these guys in. There we go. And this section here. So we're trying to just build over to that one. I keep on misplacing some blacks. Oh, not even using Silk Touch. I was gonna say that's it. Boop, boop. Probably breathe in a little bit, maybe. Get some air. There doesn't need a whole lot of glass here because it's pretty high up because of the way we built it. And actually some of it I guess I built before I cleared out the rest of it, so. Alright, then we'll do, I guess we'll build it from the outside so I can actually get out. Right there. Oh, good. Okay, good. Ta-da! So that's the perimeter there. So then the inside of that needs to be done, or I need to sand the whole thing from the inside. And then once that's sanded, and all the way over there, then I can clean that out, going all the way around, and then I'll have an idea of the landscape, figure out how far down to dig that, so we can make some of these different platforms and stuff all connect up. I need to design a slime farm sort of thing for on top of these that will interact properly with the paths. So these paths all go down to the center there, and then probably from the center there's going to be another path that goes in between them in all four directions. So that'll need to properly interact with however the slime farm is going to work. And then if we head down that way. So if we head down here, so then from here, we get to this layer here, and in the middle there's going to be stairs that go down the middle here, and probably partway down it'll come out to some more things where it'll branch out to either side, and then maybe connect up with these paths somehow or something, but somehow it'll let you get all the way down to the bottom. I was also considering putting in AFK fishing farms. So I want to make those be in a certain spot so that you're the proper distance away from these so that the mobs will spawn, walk off on their own, and still function properly. It's a weird block. Can I get to that? Yeah, and then so like from down here, this might be a good spot. I don't know, like I didn't figure out exactly what layer you have to be away from these to have them all work properly. So you might have like an AFK fishing farm like right here, sort of floating on a pad or whatever, if that's the right distance or not. I don't know. Go to the sand. Spawnable spaces. Actually, this probably isn't spawnable, I guess, because all the lights everywhere. But so this is what we're working on. Let's head up to the top again, all the way over there. I can't get through there. Right. There we go. We get through here. Very convenient down here. So I can start working on some sanding. I can clear out some of the sand that's over here and then use that, but otherwise I think I need to head over to the desert soon, because I turned a lot of the sand that I had into glass to make that perimeter of blue glass. Let's go to those, and we'll turn these into that. That's not what I want. I want the other way. All right, good. So we can start clearing out some of this for now, and then come back to the rest of it. So this one we want to leave the outside layer. So what I might do is clear from here over and then there. We don't want to go too far down because I don't really know what happens if I go too far down. I'm assuming that as long as it's sand, I'm safe. But eventually I'm going to run into a pit. Okay, so good. We ran into the building here. So we'll just dig down to this layer here to be level with the top of... Oh, all right, I knew that. To be level with the top of that structure. So we can clear this out. Oh, and we're getting torches back too. How convenient. Oh, I just realized that's gravel. We don't want to... We have furnaces and stuff up there that we don't want to lose, but that should be... that should get you a bunch of glass at least. Yeah, sand. Yeah, right. Sand. Yes, I agree. All these blocks are not supposed to be here. Yeah, so I can clear out a bunch of this from down below. I may have to actually end out the stream a little bit early. Looks like my the guys working on the deck have a question for me. It's about on time, but I started a little late, so I was hoping to run a full hour, but alas, I needed very important deck-related questions. But yeah, so this is what I'm working on. Eventually, this will be done, and we can move on to the village. I might come back every now and then to add some stuff to this, maybe. But once the paths are done, I think that this is, and then a way to actually figure out what chests are what, I think is an important part of the project, I guess. But once all that's in place, then it should be good. Okay, looks like we're getting through all of the oh dear. What? We're just about through all of the all this stuff here. I almost died. That was exciting. Okay, so I will leave this stuff here. I don't think there's any danger of things spawning. We have tons of torches everywhere. That's going to be the end of the stream. I hope everybody enjoyed watching.